Great. We appear to be. We appear. The video appears to be there, so I can go live anytime now. If you wanna, do you want to Is there anything that you want to discuss before we go live on Facebook?
Not really. If anything, it could be like what to talk about, but I think we can find our way there
Yeah, yeah,
real easy, real quick.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Nice and free form. You know.
yep, yep, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Um,
I know
yeah,
we're
I'm
going to
ready.
talk. I know we want to talk a
Uh-huh.
lot about Venezuela. We want to talk a lot about I also want to introduce, since it's gonna be the first episode, I kind of want to introduce what my goals with the program are gonna be.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Um,
You take over. I'm just here for getting a bit maybe more in depth about the Venezuela thing. But
yeah,
again, it's been so repetitive. The whole
yeah,
thing, ever since like Guaido and the first Trump administration, there's nothing really much to say.
right.
The situation speaks for itself. You gotta be real dumb these times, around these times to see what's going on and still don't get it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. And like I what I want to do is I want to put like I want to record this, chop. I'm gonna maybe put something on, maybe start a YouTube channel for it as well.
smart. Yeah, I wanna make one too. I
Um,
wanna start making videos later. So
yeah, I want to start doing this because I feel like I've been wanting to do this for like 6 months now, and I just like it's. I hate the way everything is. I have to talk about it. Like it's just
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
boils up in me.
Yeah, no, part of it is just the ranting, just the angry ranting. That's what gave Fidel the edge and Lenin and
Yeah,
even Chavez. Yeah, you gotta let people feel some catharsis there. You gotta really go with the pathos. We're all feeling it.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
like that Network movie. You ever seen Network? That guy that yells through the
Uh,
window, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore." What a classic.
no, I've seen a Social Network.
Oh, you gotta watch Network. That's from like the 70s. It's crazy
Oh,
good.
I will definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'll send you the cover or something later. It's
I do like
amazing.
I do like movies.
Same. This is why
Um,
I learned how to speak English um, quicker than whatever. Watch so many movies and like, I get the slang of these people, all
mhm,
these Anglos. Because, yeah, I watch a bunch of British movies as well.
yeah.
So, thanks, Monty Python.
Yeah, you're doing us a service, Monty Python. Have you always lived where you lived, or did you ever like go to America at all for any time?
I spent most of my life, like till 2021, in Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
I would, yeah, I would go out sometimes to some places. I've been in Colombia, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Saint Martin, and just like since 2021, I've been living here in Mexico, and that's about it. Well, I married my my husband here, who's a gringo, so
Yeah, I
we're
saw
planning.
that. That was very nice. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah, very lavender marriage, nice. Well, we're just too cool and cute to like not be the first trans interracial couple to get married around here, so that was good.
Yeah.
We're all getting something out of it, and I found myself a girlfriend for real now. So
Mm.
yeah, somehow ended up in a poly kind of situation, but yeah, you gotta be like, no, it's not what it looks like, but effectively, I mean, I guess all just very platonic between my husband and I. That's
Okay.
about it.
Well, you're certainly more well
So
traveled. You're certainly more well traveled than I am. That's for sure.
yeah, I've been a bit lucky.
Yeah.
I have privilege to check. So yeah, and yeah, hopefully I'll get to. Oh, and I've been to Cuba, right? I forgot like that last trip we did this year. Yeah, we went to Cuba
Good old
earlier.
Cuba.
Huh?
Good old Cuba.
Yeah, wow. So good. Never felt like more at home, even since Venezuela, because people were so nice there. About me being trans and all that, never got misgendered like once. They just be
Wow.
like raising me up and gender me correctly and telling my husband like, you better take care of that one because she's too cute. What charming. Oh yeah, that was good.
That is
So yeah,
so nice.
I might go to the US once things wind down a bit, chill, and I can maybe get a green card by then. I
Yeah.
just don't want to go and have to uh, deal with ICE firsthand. Being
Yeah,
like a
not
black cat
just
of Venezuelan commie, yeah, that's gonna be a hard one.
yeah, well, it's also going to be even harder because they want you to submit 5 years of your
Yeah,
social media
right.
history now. Like, what the fuck? I hate this place. I hate it.
Yeah. What if I don't have that? Because I don't have that. I started my socials over once I transitioned, so I
Yeah,
don't even have that long a trajectory of a digital footprint. Thank God, because yeah,
yeah, no doubt. I mean, this is like my sixth Facebook now. Like,
yeah,
I've had lots of Facebooks, and they keep getting shut down for obvious reasons.
mm-hmm.
All right,
Been there.
I'm gonna hit go live, and we'll just see what if people like jump in or not, and if not, we can just get started anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do that, and we can chit chat while we see how that looks like on the Facebook and stuff. And I might just make a little post telling people that yeah, we're on, we're japping if you have time and stuff.
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
Right. Let's go.
We are live.
Oh my god.
I should make a post too, actually.
Yep.
Um, and then I want to keep tabs on the people potentially commenting so I can respond to them.
Ah, that'd be awesome. Ah,
Um,
this is exactly what I wanted it to be like. A little chat place for people to come in and join in the combo. All right, I'm gonna make a
yeah,
little post.
yeah. What I want to do is I want to get like I want even more guests down the line.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
There's lots of
No
things.
enough
There's
cool
lots.
and smart people in this place. So yeah.
Yeah. There's lots to talk about. The world is an extremely fucked up place, so there's plenty of
Mm-hmm.
content available. Let me see if I go to my page if it's gonna show up. Yep, we're live. We have one eyeball
Yep.
on us. That might be me.
Nice. Or me, yeah, who knows? I'm making the
Yeah.
little post right now.
So for recording purposes,
Yep.
this is the first episode of Dystopia Now.
Hooray!
I plan on making a lot more of these. If you're hearing this on YouTube, I put this on YouTube with the intent of putting more videos on. The goal of this channel is going to just be me and people discussing all the aspects of our current dystopia. The world's a messed up place, and there's lots to understand. Hello, Elise. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hello there. I haven't picked an accent yet, but I'm gonna find something eventually that I can stick with. It's a real pleasure, real nice of y'all to be here with me
Hmm.
and with us. I'm here as a guest, of course. It's me, Elise, from Venezuela, and I'm a commie, trans woman. Yep, and yeah, glad to be here with. Wow, first time I'm like saying that out loud. Cassie, with my good friend Cassie.
Yes, yes. I will be putting my name down as Cassie D.
Love it.
I am also a commie. I'm also trans. um, I'm
It's
not from
tuning.
I'm not from Venezuela. I have grown up, born and raised in the empire. Um, there's when you're born and raised in the empire, there's lots that you're going to be programmed with that you have to unlearn. I've been doing my best in my adult life to unlearn all of it. And when you do that, you start to get You start to get a glimpse of the way the world really is, and it's frankly to me kind of sickening. Um, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about Venezuela. Woo!
A little bit at least.
Yeah,
A little.
at least a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, like, what is it there to say even anymore? Like, if we are all on the same page here, I don't know how many people have been keeping up with the stuff that I post, but I pretty much like you said, and it's not easy to deprogram from that for anybody. Okay, if you're not a colonizer, you're the colonized one, and sometimes that's just as bad or even worse, because you get into this slave mentality, this like Untersmensch mentality. Like they really sell you the whole racial caste stuff, and yeah, I'm Venezuelan. Like, oh, the place is so divided, and some people are like so mentally colonized. It's a sorry situation. Of course, I was born before the revolution, before the Chavista revolution,
Mm.
and things were bad. Things were bad for me, and now I know that they were bad for a bunch of people. And my life and the life of people that live and grew around me too only got better after the revolution. Whenever something weird happened that make people go through setbacks and stuff, that was pretty much like always the opposition's or the United States' fault. Like I don't wanna again, I don't know what the well, it's mostly gonna be comrades or people trying to figure out the whole politics thing who are tuning into this stuff. So you pretty much know how it works. It's like an Age of Empires 2 game. The Americans just popped up at some time after the Europeans did all the damage, all the heavy lifting. They did like one last bit of colonization and genocide up there in the north, and they got good at it. That something happened again that gave them a huge edge over the rest of the world, just like it happens with the Europeans after, well, before, during the Roman Empire, and afterwards, with all these Sims and LARPers being like, "We are the true inheritors um of the Roman Empire." Uh, yeah, like what is that? The oh,
Yeah.
yeah. What do you think about that? Give me a second.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a second.
Oh, I am doing a thing. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, on this show we are going to make it very explicit. This program is going to be very explicitly anti-colonial. It's going to be anti-capitalist.
Wait,
Um,
wait. Cleaning the thing all the time. Hello, hello.
Hi.
I'm back.
So
I'm back. I'm sorry.
that's
Yep.
okay. So you were saying that things were really bad in your country before Chavez had his Bolivarian revolution. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct. Yep.
Now, what? How did things get better after that? Because I don't think a lot of people in the U.S. understand how life really is in Venezuela.
Mm, yeah, I don't really know what the perception of people, because I've been watching like American media for a long while, and they never spoke about Venezuela. They never brought it up like as much as they did now. One thing they talked about, and I can remember this from like old movies, like Citizen Kane. They were talking about, yeah, I met this guy in a bar, and now he's the president of Venezuela, and it's like, wow, that's cool. Or like some
Yeah.
guy picking up a conch shell, like the original Some Like It Hot movie, the
Hmm.
one they ripped off for the Wayans brothers for White Chicks.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, in the original one, this guy's pretending to be like a millionaire, and he's walking around the beach and picks up a conch shell and be like, "Yeah, this is a nice thing, the shell. I find it very beautiful. That's why I made it my company's logo. Yeah, the Royal Dutch Shell. Yep, I'm the owner." And
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right now we're digging, siphoning whatever a bunch of oil in Venezuela, and I'm like, okay, I kind of get it.
Right.
Like Venezuela is a very like oil rich place.
Right.
Ever since oil got to be a big thing, and the Americans got there first of anything, because they beat the freaking Spaniards, like right, the American Spanish American War.
Yeah.
So that was done. The Brits, yeah, around World War I, the Brits were already like so weak, and the Monroe Doctrine. I mean, the Americans are already there. Simon Bolivar,
Yeah.
yeah, we all know. Simon Bolivar talked about the threat, the coming empire in the north that was gonna be like either as bad as the Europeans. I mean, they are that too, right? But
Hmm.
all the way over here, these are of course gonna be a bigger threat because they got this whole like, well, the manifest destiny thing, this Lebensraum
Yeah.
deal. So
It
yeah,
always turns out to be the same thing, right? You know.
yeah,
Um.
yeah. I mean, one came first, which again, not a good look, America. But yeah, you kind of inspired the Nazis on that one,
Yeah.
like you did with the whole racial segregation and eugenics work. So yeah,
It's
yeah.
always like the American fascists, colonialists, and the German fascists and the Zionist fascists. They always learn all of these tricks from each other and pretend like they invented them, and they create a new word for it, and then they go around and steal other people's land under these terminology. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I was looking up Venezuela a little bit just to familiarize myself with it, and what I've noticed is that they keep calling the country authoritarian dictatorship, and they
Mm-hmm.
don't give any reasons why. They don't tell you why anywhere. They just say like, oh, they had an election, Maduro won the election, and the U.S. and a bunch of other nations say it's fraudulent. Well, what right do they have to say it's fraudulent? You know, but
Yeah.
they never explain why. Um, and just it's just like I feel like they're hiding something, especially when we know that the U.S. put sanctions and other restrictions on Venezuela. Now you can't put your boot on the neck of another country and expect them to do well. I mean,
Yeah,
Venezuela's been
that
making out as
mhm.
good as Venezuela's been making it out as good as it can. Like from what you said, there was a stark improvement upon the post-revolution, right?
Yeah, very noticeable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think more people need to understand what's going on in this country before they greenlight a full-scale invasion of it. But I feel like we're close to that
Mhm.
anyway, right?
Yeah, talk about manufacturing consent, or yeah, I'm a change to inventing reality because yeah,
Hmm.
Noam Chomsky is still alive, and now
Yeah.
up there with Steve Bannon and the Epstein files.
Oh my
Yikes!
God, I saw that. I saw that the picture
Another,
of yo.
yeah.
I wouldn't. You would not catch me dead palling it up with fucking Steve Bannon.
No way,
No,
man.
thank you. No,
I
thank
don't know
you.
what I don't know what excuse he's got. Like, yeah, no, we get it. You're an intellectual. You're like, yeah, Empire bad, America bad. But damn, boy, it's a good life. It's
Yeah.
nice in that island. Like, yeah, another W for anarcho syndicalism. Oh well, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Chomsky.
they mhm.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say Chomsky always felt kind of bougie to me.
Yeah, yeah, he had too much coverage. Like even as a, and reminds me of Zizek in that way. That it's like we can put this guy out, and he's quirky and weird enough that yeah, he can like well say these things that are true, but nothing is really gonna happen. And if anything, it's just for their own entertainment. Like, yeah, let's make this guy debate people, other lives, like, oh man, and the French, like Foucault, was that the famous debate, like Chomsky versus Foucault? I'm like, I never seen that one, but it's like. why would I? What me? After all that I read, why do I need to watch a debate between Michael Foucault and Noam Chomsky? Yeah, no,
Right.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
So now that
Yeah.
I
Not
think
not worth it.
I like the smartest one, but yeah, I don't think there's much I'll gain from that interaction.
Too
Jesus,
too
and
too
even Jordan
true.
Peterson, Zizek. Wow, what a waste of time. Yeah, but then again, that's why they put them out there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah, America is bad now. When everyone knows and everyone can see that America is bad,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna go big MIT guy and say, "Yeah, America bad." Wow, oh, yeah. I guess that was a shock for a lot of people back then,
Yeah.
a few decades ago. But yeah, I'm not gonna give you any more credit for that. You,
America
you
bad.
chump.
So edgy.
So edgy. Wow, such a. This is why you are the owner of the kibbutz, and I'm just a clown performing in there,
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, never mind.
That's
So
okay.
yeah,
I got my clown suit on too. Don't worry.
yeah, that's cool. Matching outfits for the podcast.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but
about
yeah,
Venezuela, you went to school. You went to school there.
yeah, I would. After the revolution, my dad was like able to get a job, right?
Oh,
It was
nice.
easier, and because my dad is black, and turns out that was an issue for him, um, for getting a job.
And post
Funny,
revolution,
funny.
they were like no problem.
Post revolution, yeah.
What year exactly did revolutionary happen? Just to for the
Well,
viewers.
Chavez won in 98
90. That sounds about
and
right.
yeah, took power in 99. So it's been like yeah, 26 years, something like that. And yeah, a lot of thing happened quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I think some people don't understand about Venezuela is how unstable that place has been throughout history. Like we became like an independent nation around 1811, I think. They signed
Mm-hmm.
like the first Declaration of Independence. That was the first republic.
Yeah,
And
wasn't
then
it colonized twice?
and no, the Spaniards are the ones who got there and just
Right.
kept it running as a vice. Yeah, I don't know the word for it, but like a little, not even a colony, they would call it back then,
Yeah.
like a protectorate kind of thing, right? But yeah, they kept building up the place and well, doing a bit of genocide, getting some slaves in there. Venezuela was funny in the way that it had a lot of slavery going on because
Mm-hmm.
Venezuela didn't have like other countries such a big population. Venezuela was very underpopulated by that time,
Mm-hmm.
and still is. Venezuela is very big, and it has like only 30 million people. Like Colombia more than doubles that. So and yeah, like coincidence, the brain drain and all that, but the
Mm-hmm.
situation becoming worse also like made people leave. How convenient for the US.
Right.
Yeah, like Venezuela needs all its people in there basically. So back then the big thing was plantation work. The money was um, mainly made through the harvesting of cocoa, beans, and trees, and chocolate stuff, coffee too. But then at some point, World War I happened, and you know how war be, what happened around them times, the tanks, the planes, they
Mm-hmm.
needed oil. And turns out, wow, Venezuela had a lot of it. So yeah, from then on it started. Venezuela was just like a small slaver society selling produce, and then oops, turns out we have like the largest proven reserves of oil. I don't, they didn't know that back then, but they knew Venezuela had a lot of oil.
Yeah.
And our relationship with the United States there starts in a way that yeah, the elites there and local they got on pretty well. They saw eye to eye. Venezuela is awfully Americanized. Like very
Mhm.
compatible in a way that isn't true for Mexicans. And I think that's also from the fact that, yeah, Mexicans know Americans better than Venezuelans,
Mhm.
at least regular people. But everyone, I'd say, because the Mexicans got their land stolen. I was watching Giant last night. Last night, that movie with James Dean and Rock Hudson acting as a cowboy, as a straight cow
Mhm.
rancher guy. Because yeah, that's double the work.
Mhm.
Guy was gay, so that was even better a job he did there. Um, and yeah, the land, how they talk about the Alamo and all that. Like Mexicans know who Americans are, so they can never get too cozy with them in the way that Venezuelans did, at least the elites. And that's where they manufactured this whole military complex,
Yeah.
military anti-guerrilla. Because once the revolution in Russia happened, um, Venezuela became very okay. We gotta protect our capital and the
Yeah.
oil production and all that. So we had a dictatorship in the 20s that was hunting commies like crazy, and that's kind of what set up the roadmap to the post the dictatorships that came afterwards, like Pinochet in Chile. Like, yeah, that guy learned from us. Like,
Yeah.
Venezuela was super efficient. We at hunting leftists and throwing them off helicopters and all
Mhm.
that, torturing people, kidnapping people, killing people, and kidnapping the body while the service is like the funerary thing is going on, throwing people to the ocean, weighing them down with rocks and stuff like that. That will happen
Yeah.
throughout the whole 20th century. And we had two like military dictatorships that would do that nonstop with no excuse, not even trying to pretend to be a democracy or anything. So a big part of the 20th century was like that dictatorship starting in the 20s and then around the 40s, 50s, because yeah, World War II, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, you best believe that oil is gonna be taken care of. So another dictatorship was installed so that that would run its course in the 50s, and that's where this impression of Venezuela being very wealthy and rich and beautiful looking and wow, looks just like America. Yeah, because the Americans built it with
Mhm.
their infrastructure, their technology. We stopped making trains. We had like a more francophile kind of president in the 1880s around there who wanted to make Venezuela more of a country connected by trains, right?
Yeah.
But then the Americans came in, and this guy, Henry Ford guy,
Oh,
moved some,
notorious anti-Semite, right?
yeah, yeah, among other things,
Yeah.
and they just paved the whole country, and they like cut back on the trains. So because of them, that's just colonization for you. The
Mhm.
infrastructure got, um, yeah, handicapped a bit. Our whole electrical system depends on one huge dam supplies the whole country with power. So efficient, right? So if you wanted to hurt Venezuela, you just attack that power station there, which is what has been happening. Like Trump, when the first Trump administration with Guaido was put up there and stuff,
Mhm.
um, something they did was attack the electrical mainframe, the system that supplies the whole country, as they have done in Cuba. Because again, Cuba is kind of the same thing, only that
Yeah.
Cuba's system was put up by the Soviets, and it's yeah all the infrastructure, right? But even worse, it's very dependent on oil. That's why what's happening now, the Americans hijacking our oil ships
Mhm.
that are on their way to Cuba is like, yeah, two birds, one stone. One bird is like, oh, don't worry, that guy has the one stone. But no, we both got hurt.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And it sucks because I've been to Cuba and I know how things are there. And I know that's like our destiny as Venezuelan society. The Americans are not gonna let us go. Like they haven't let Cuba go and look at them. And that's one of the biggest injustices that have been going around. That is like, what credibility do you have? Only the propaganda machine would make you believe that
Right.
Cuba is the way it is by its own fault. Like these people are so cognitively dissonant that Like Cuba got sanctioned, got invaded, got bombed, chemical terrorism, like chemical weapons were used to affect the fauna. They attacked even the bees.
Mm,
They did stuff to kill all the bees, so agriculture and stuff and everything. So everything was done to them,
yeah.
and it makes sense that now they're doing this to us, and nobody is really making as much a big a fuss as they should. Things are a
Yeah.
bit better, and then again, this is because of Chavez, because of the revolution. It
Mhm.
makes like same as Fidel. It all starts with Fidel, right? Um, they couldn't topple him, and they want to destroy Cuba because of that. They're doing the same with us. Because what
Yeah.
happened after Chavez and Maduro? Now we have Lula, and we had Evo Morales at a time in Bolivia. So
Hmm.
they cooled him. They cooled him too. Like Elon Musk got his boss in there, his little creep claws.
Oh
We're
God.
gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna cook anyone we want. The guy said
Oh
when he
yeah, yeah. It's
killed.
exactly what he's. I remember him saying that. He's like, "We'll coup anybody we want." Like
Yeah,
I hate Elon Musk is probably I'd say he's the richest man in the world, right? So he's probably
yeah,
like the biggest enemy that we have. I think
yeah.
our
As
enemy is the
humans
capitalist class.
alone,
Yeah.
as humanity as a whole alone. Yes, yes, indeed.
That man does not know what work looks like.
No, they're super out of touch. My boss, who's like a petit bourgeois kind of guy, don't even make that much money, don't know how regular people live. I remember him being like, I wonder what getting on a bus feels like.
Yeah.
'Cause he has this stupid Dodge Charger or something muscle car just to make up for his, yeah, you know how it goes. So
So from what I hear, Maduro is arming his own citizens to protect
yeah.
from the United States.
Oh, everything that is happening now, like, has been happening for a while. You used to hear Chavez's speeches, like he knew, and he would get more radical as time went by because he claimed not to be a socialist at the beginning. He claimed to um, not be a Marxist Leninist at some
Hmm.
point because he said that was a dogmatic kind of thing. But by the end, there, he was more like Marx. Just go back to Marx.
Yeah.
Just read what Marx has to say. And that when he started saying, because he knew the risks of having an incomplete revolution. I don't remember who said that. Make half a revolution, and you will get none in the end.
Yeah.
So he's like, we gotta empower the people somehow, that this wasn't all done for nothing. And that when he said comuna o nada, which means commune or nothing. So
Hmm.
um a bunch of like peasants without land that got land because of Chavez's labor laws and land laws. It always starts with the land legislation. So Chavez gave back a bunch of land to the peasants and then organized them in the communes, in the form of the communes. And communes were organized with other communes,
Hmm.
so they would make like like just Soviets, like some Soviets, smaller scale, not as powerful as the ones in the Soviet Union, but those people, the people in the communes, apart from the volunteers, are the ones who are being armed through the process of incorporating them to the national militia.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of like if Americans were cool and they use their Second Amendment rights for something good, like, oh yeah, we're gonna do the militia thing so that we can fight the government, so that they can not be fascists. But
Yeah.
I guess they just understand it as to being, I need an AR-15, I need to be able to shoot up a school if I want. That's what the Second Amendment is all about. And they're like, no, man. Yeah, man. Remember Marx. Under no circumstances. Under no
Under no
circumstances.
pretext.
Under no pretense. That's right. So,
Yes. Yes. which
just
is which
saying.
is funny because you have Republicans in America like Reagan who banned certain guns from certain people. You have Donald Trump talking about banning certain guns from certain people, and then you have Nicolas Maduro saying, "Here, have some guns." Like what kind of dictator is he if he's handing out guns to his constituents? A dictator wouldn't do that.
A dictator, by definition, is something like someone who has to impose his will on the people.
Right.
And the Chavismo and Maduro is just like more of the people. Like you don't have to like him. I know the whole thing around him. Like, yeah, do you support Maduro? Listen, do the we have these dialectical, historical and dialectical materialism thing. The circumstances in Venezuela are such that unless people um it's, and I can understand like countries like Cuba and North Korea why they be the way they be, not that I'm
Right.
justifying anything or whatever, but basically like the main thing, and you might put China in there, at least that's what they can think they're doing,
Right.
but survival becomes so vital, just like sovereignty, just sovereignty. Imagine us Venezuelans, and I can speak for more that are not like Chavistas or communists, even the opposition people. It's like, can we come together? Can we have something of
Hmm.
ours that is made up of people who, all things considered, do not want countries like the United States to bomb us or tell us what to do?
Right.
Can we have that? And that's starting to become a thing because the main opposition in Venezuela is totally subservient to the United States. And
Yeah.
everyone, not only the Chavistas, but many in the opposition can see that now. So,
I
and you
yeah.
have these clowns like Maria Corina getting the Nobel Peace Prize and all that. And it's like, man, it's such a bad look. They're like, oh, she's so heroic. She escaped. Man, the Chavistas would never touch Maria Corina because she's doing such good PR stunts for
Yeah.
like their own benefit. She makes the opposition looks bad. She accomplishes nothing but making again PR for the United States for
Right.
them to be able to manufacture invent
She's almost
reality.
she's almost
Mhm.
like she's almost like a Yenmi Park, but for
She is.
Venezuela.
She just started saying that kind of thing. She's like, children in Venezuela go to school just twice a week because the teachers earn $1 a day.
Yeah, I heard
And
about that. How is that BS or what?
yeah, it's BS.
Absolute total BS.
That's not even like the worst, the craziest thing she said. Cause yeah, what was the rest of the interview about? Like Hezbollah and Hamas are in Venezuela working at the Iranian drone factories. Like, come on, woman.
Yeah,
Nobody
the
believes this
old
stuff.
the old Hamas boogeyman.
Crazy. Again, she's so embedded with Israel. Like,
Yeah,
we don't even need to say nothing. The vice president in Venezuela has like a show, has a weekly show
really.
that is yeah, he's very big. It's like a political show, and he reads the news, reads some Venezuelan history, and calls out the opposition with their own for their own lies.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's very good propaganda work. Like they don't lie. The show is called Con el Mazo Dando, so
Mm.
like yeah, with the club, yeah, hitting it.
It's fun.
And
It's funny. Like I think what a lot of Americans don't understand about revolutionary societies is that they have to protect themselves from counter revolutions. And who and
yes,
who who is the one planning the counter revolutions? It's the West. So
yes.
so every country that defends themselves against counter revolutionaries gets that label authoritarian dictator slapped on
Yeah, which again is so idealistic. Like, oh yeah, unlike America, unlike the eternal duopoly of
them.
American corporate military industrial empire, that's not a of an authoritarian dictatorship. Come on, man. You know
Yeah.
these two parties are like the same thing, and this is the most repressive country in the world.
Yeah,
It's funny that they
everything I don't like is authoritarian.
yeah, yeah. You see, there's good authoritarianism, and then there's bad authoritarianism. Or that's what they would say if they had like any consistency with their argument.
Right.
Like again, where's my boy Engels? Like every state is authoritarian. The nature of the state. This is why anarchists have nothing, because you gotta be authoritarian to keep
Yeah.
a state, and you're only gonna survive depending on how good you use state. It's just like people in a room with guns. You're not gonna pick a gun off of the table. Someone else is gonna do it,
Yeah,
and then you're gonna run out of choices. You're gonna have to start doing what the guy with the gun says. So it's so
yeah,
dangerous,
yeah,
so dangerous.
exactly. You vote. What's that phrase? You vote with vote down the barrel of a gun or something. I don't
Yes,
know.
yes,
I don't know I don't remember the phrase offhand, but I do know that Engels specifically said like a revolutionary is the most authoritarian thing
yes,
there is.
yes, yes. That was Mao with authority comes.
Oh yes, Mao said that. Yes, yes. Do go on though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's so true and it's so easy. Like again, read Mao, read some Mao,
Yeah,
some angles, something. Like I know neither of us are getting much results yet, but again with history, use history as a guide because anarchists just turn to having to use violence anyway at the end of the day. And then
yeah.
someone else does it better and they get defeated, like Magnovia, the whole thing in Ukraine. Like
I think they end up getting out organized because
also that,
anarchists can't really organize that well. They just
you know,
do like random intermittent violence that doesn't lead us anywhere.
no, and they can't even control it because of lack of a chain of command and hierarchy. Like the pogroms, the Magnos guys were doing pogroms, and they're like, "What's the code?" It's like, well, Magno didn't like that. He said, "Don't do it." Yeah, cool, but yeah, man, it happens. So it's kind of like it's too idealistic and kind of an utopian idea to be like, yeah, we don't need authority, and then they start killing you all, and you're like, if it wasn't for them, those damn tankies. And like, well, is that what you're gonna say every time you lose?
Yeah,
Damn tankies, the damn
damn Yankees.
Nazis. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just better than you at violence, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but people don't
Again,
understand about violence is that violence is it's a tool. You know, you can
yeah.
use it for the benefit of people, you can use it to the detriment of people, but there's no morality inherently attached to violence. Violence
Mhm.
itself is just a tool, a means to an end.
Yeah, and it's invariable. It's gonna happen regardless. We don't live in a vacuum. We all habitate this world, and again, we live in a still predatory system of resources and markets and labor. So just put two and two together. It isn't that hard.
Yeah, I think I think America, besides the oil, they're just so mad at Venezuela because Venezuela is like other countries has managed to stave off their counter revolutions. And the
And I
United
can
States
understand.
knows that, and they're like, those goddamn Venezuelans, they won't crumble like we want them to.
Yeah, and whose fault is that? Yeah, they're not helping themselves. This is the thing about these people. They're not smart enough to do what they have to do. I'm like, man, if I was evil, I could do your job better than you.
Yeah,
You're lucky I'm so nice and stuff because if I wanted to just make a lot of money and stuff, I could. You know what? I am that joke about the poor are poor because they want to be poor. I am. 'Cause probably become rich, but I would have to be so mercilessly evil.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to exploit enough people to become
Mm,
rich.
no, no,
No,
no,
thank you.
no.
Yeah. There's something else I was gonna say.
Yeah,
No,
like
go
the
on.
internal opposition. Uh-huh. Then you think about the Soviet Union, right? The purges, like Stalin and early and Soviet Russia.
Right.
Wow, I'm like, guys, you cannot underestimate how bad the internal opposition and the traitors and the gusanos are.
Right.
The gusanos, even in Soviet times, those were so dangerous because we're talking about Nazis and traitors, the people that who are who were the adversaries.
Oh,
Who would
not
you have to
Nazis? You mean
literally
the victims of communism? You mean?
the main victim of communism? Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
it was the
Nazis.
Japanese, the Brits, the Gringos, the French, the Americans.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're fighting against, and in a
Right.
underdeveloped, n- not even electrified, not even industrialized society. yeah, you bet stuff's gonna happen. Again, remember Mars, remember what we just said, remember we shall make no excuses for the terror. Not that I'm excusing anything that wasn't necessary, because a bunch of stuff, of course, mistakes and excesses and all that, and that will
Yeah.
never be cool. But survival again, if you corner someone, um, and yeah, they gotta fight for their lives, and
Well,
that's all
right.
that.
And they fight, right, and they overcome these counter revolutionary types, and then the West turns around and says, oh, well, that really was is that you were just criminalizing dissent. Like, give me an effing break. Like,
Yeah,
they
like
spin they
Paredes said,
spin
yeah.
everything. They spin everything.
The people are like, whoa, what about the fascists? Will the fascists be able to keep their civil liberties? Will the fascists be able to keep their
Yeah.
newspapers and their TV stations?
Will the
The
slave
fa-
masters be able to keep their
yeah,
slaves?
yeah, literally. The fascists were the ones who owned the media. Like in that documentary shared, the gusanos through the media managed to stage that coup in 2002 that brought Chavez down.
Hmm.
And they lied and used camera angles and stuff to again invent reality
Hmm.
around the things that really happened in a way that justified the army doing a coup and Chavez looking bad and all that. And that didn't last 2 days, man. That's when I say, if this country, if Venezuela was a dictatorship, believe me, Venezuelans wouldn't stand it. Venezuelans are fierce, man. Last time we had a dictatorship was when they overthrew Chavez and put a Gusano puppet regime that Maria Corina at the time supported.
Hmm.
And they assaulted the Cuban embassy. They killed people on the streets. They dissolved all the ministries and all the civil society, whatever. And the people went and stormed the presidential palace till the army, a section of the army joined them. That's what Maduro and Chavez called Unión Cívico-Militar, the
Hmm.
union of a civilian military union,
Hmm.
which the militias now, these regular people holding guns, that are made fun of. The Gusanos made fun of them. Like, look, this stinky brown old man with that toy rifle. What he gonna do? I'm like, yeah, as the Vietnamese
Hmm.
look back in history, man. They don't get it. They don't get it. So they just lie there, being totally ignorant, not getting it, and and I keep telling them, this is why you lose. This is why you lose. You're ultimately talking to do some racist extermination, genocide against the Chavistas, hoping that the gringos will invade.
Hmm.
Believe it or not, my brother, most Venezuelans are not like that, and that's why
Yeah.
Chavez won. And that's why you guys keep losing. They said last election, they said that they won with 70% of the vote.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's true, I'm guessing the army is gonna turn on Maduro anytime now. Or you guys are gonna stop the presidential palace and put someone else in there since you're so numerous. Not even the Chavismo in its better moment, at its peak, reached 70%, like, of the votes. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. You aim too high. You, yeah, you wanted to fool us. You should have said something like 53, 55. You went with 70 for a candidate that nobody knew.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Call me whatever, but I'm gonna side with Maduro probably won. And not even because he's so good or whatever, but because the opposition is so bad. And
Yeah, and you think
yeah,
and the opposition is like Western backed, right?
yes, most of them.
As always. Yeah.
Yeah, you see some opposition people being like more rational and maybe they could counterbalance like some of the power that the Chavista hold, but they don't get a chance because the US sponsored opposition are obviously the ones who get the most media coverage, money from the NED, from the USA. So yeah, sadly, we don't have a national sovereign opposition because the United States hijacked it.
Yeah, like
That's a,
what right does the United States have to police Venezuela in the first place? The only excuse I've ever heard is, "Oh, they're in our backyard," which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Damn, yeah, Lindsey Graham wouldn't let us forget about that now. We
Yeah.
that guy sucks. But yeah, that's like the most honest face of Empire there. Again, they're too dumb for their own good. So Trump already went out and said Venezuela was about to collapse. Before I left, we were getting that oil. They had so much oil. We were getting that. But you know, that oil is very bad. Worst oil there is. It's like tar, really. So yeah, Trump, big cope.
That's a great impression of him, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm always doing that with my husband here. See who does it best. Now he's even better than I am. I'll bring it over sometime so he can say something funny in the Trump voice. But yeah, they shot themselves in the foot because they don't care either. That's what's so beautiful about being a Marxist and all that. These guys don't care long term. They just want to get paid today. And yeah,
Yeah.
you know, that's why they don't make 5-year plans like the Chinese.
So
That's why.
Lloyd Kahn commented,
Hmm,
"I hate Gusanos."
yeah, yeah.
Lloyd Kahn also commented, "I remember when my whole university was divided in protest when Juan Guaido tried to overthrow Nicolas Maduro in Operation Gideon, which is
That
obviously a Western-backed attempt.
Here, excuse me. He remembers what? That the whole university what?
Their university was divided in protest.
Oh, really? I
Now,
wonder what that division looked like.
Lloyd Kahn says, I'm supporting Nicolas Maduro's and socialist Venezuela. And you know what? I do too. I support the will of the people in
Yeah, because those
Venezuela.
are not the same thing. Those are not the same thing. Again, we don't play by the great man of history. Like, no, guys, this is why taking out Maduro isn't gonna do it either.
Right,
Venezuelans the broad majority decided they don't want to be ruled by a foreign power like that anymore.
right, exactly.
Even if the Gusanos or Maria Corina literally said like, well, you know what, Venezuela has already been invaded, so who cares? Let's bomb the whole place because the Russians and the Chinese and the Iranians and Hezbollah and Hamas are already there. So what's a few more bombs? Or the first bombs actually gonna do? What's the difference? We gotta
Right.
bomb them Iranian installations that are making all them drones for yeah, for Hamas and Hezbollah. I guess it's easier to make them in Venezuela and ship them back over there than
Yeah.
getting them straight from Iran or Russia, because they're probably saying Russia also does that, and China, of course.
Yeah,
So
if you can't control your own country and your own oil without being bombed to death by some other country, are you
yeah,
really free?
yeah. What did that tell you? What did that tell? But these people don't think because they have an agenda. The opposition,
Yeah.
and I've been saying this, they don't need Venezuela to win. They just need Maduro to lose. And yeah,
But like you said, you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill revolution.
yeah. And they've been so efficient at that. Like 2017, they burned a guy alive. Some
Hmm.
African Venezuelan guy, real
Hmm.
dark skinned black guy. They burned him alive because they were like, oh, he's a Chavista supporter. First of all, like crazy sick, right? But second of all, he
Wow.
wasn't that. He was just like a guy who was walking by and they saw his skin color and they just assumed that. It's-
Wow.
Yeah, because that's
So
so real. Yeah,
so they saw a black guy and they were like, "Let's burn him."
yeah, he probably a Chavista. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
what happened. Yeah, Venezuela, like I said, we shared so much culture with the United States in a
Yeah.
way. I've been called like an Ameriweeb. Like I never set foot in the United States, man. And some people ask me all the time, "Hey, what part of America you in?" Like, whenever these people like they were praising Whoopi Goldberg in a post on the Facebook, and I'm like,
Wow.
guys, she sucks. Like, I get it, you hate Trump and that, but she sucks. Like, she's real bad. And somebody
Yeah.
says, yeah, well, at least she's not a pedophile like your president. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, girl? I'm Venezuelan. That's our president. I know you didn't vote for him, but you're still paying taxes to whatever the hell he wants to do with them. So
Yeah.
lay off. Like that's like the old fallacy, that a fake dilemma fallacy. I hate to be a debate lord, girl about this, but I know my logical fallacies. Like, no, man, that don't mean I support Trump. I'm Venezuelan,
Yeah.
man. The hell you
Yeah.
talk?
Having a
So
pedophile president does not feel good. I'll tell you that much.
no, I know. And my husband's American, and I hate to give him crap about it, but I can think of many jokes. I like making jokes, so
Yeah.
I do roast him about that stuff sometimes. If anything, I tell him, "Well, man, this is just your way of paying reparations. You're
Yeah.
doing a double work here because I'm Arab and black and Venezuelan. Man, if anything, you got it too easy. You should be
Like I get tired of the hypocrisy of Western Americans like criticizing the crime of Venezuela when our country in America here is run by literal criminals.
yeah.
Like
This
crime in
time,
America is okay
literally.
depending on who's doing it.
Yeah, ain't that funny? Like that Canadian guy in my comments was like, "Oh well, maybe you wouldn't be getting your boats blown up if you were in a narco terrorist country." And he's like, "Yeah, and I'm like, "Bro, you're Canadian. You're like the second largest drug using country in the world. Like,
Yeah.
you're the one making the demand for that supply. If anything, the only ones that beat you at it is your brother here, the Americans, who are at least cooler than you are." I mean, if I get into the whole mentality, like, okay, I'll just assume I'm American. I'm a Venezuelan American already because I've been like um assimilated like that.
Hmm.
I'm just I'm just a commie American Venezuelan, whatever. I am willing to take that because the Canadians like these suck, the Europeans suck,
Hmm.
and there's more colored people in America anyway, so I would probably fit better in that place anyway, man.
Yeah,
But that was so
I don't
cringe.
yeah. Yeah, I don't like the hypocrisy. I don't like if you're going to be an American saying like, "Oh, they're narco terrorists. They're peddling drugs." The United States peddles drugs all the time. Trump is pardoning
Yeah,
drug
it's
lords.
so ironic. It's so ironic. Like the day after he pardoned a
Yes.
Honduran drug lord. Like,
Yeah.
man.
So it's obvious they don't care about consistency, logic. They don't care about nothing but the oil. Nothing but the
Yeah, actually, they never read a formal logics book. Let me tell you that. But
yeah.
yeah, they don't care. They don't care that they don't care because I'm like, man, you do know you're bullshitting yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can just admit
That's
you want to take over a country. You're a white colonizer. Just say you wanna, you feel good making up for your lame whiteness
yeah.
by taking over some other country. Like, just come clean, man. You're all the Fire Nation in this anime. Like,
but
you're not fighting anyone.
that's American politics, though, isn't it? It's all bullshit. It's bullshit. It's not bullshit blue versus bullshit red, but they're all bullshitting.
Yeah, just like Pokemon games. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's the thing. You cannot play any other game. You have to just pick the color of your bullshit, man. That's a sorry state of
yeah.
affairs. But
And
again,
if you don't pick one color, you're shamed into be like
yeah, right?
you're shamed for the
Remember
other.
that last
Yeah,
election? What a funny situation. Me again as a non-American, non-voter person, I got so much crap because I was like, yeah, I just wouldn't vote. I just wouldn't vote or vote for Jill Stein or I don't even know,
yeah.
man. But what's this about blaming anyone but the Democrats for their own failure? And
Right.
again, why would you
Exactly.
even want them to win? They started the whole genocide thing. Obama is the one who set up the first round of sanctions that made
yep.
way clear the path for this well full on blockade that's kind of going on now. So, and I'm hella unemployed, so I need to get an even better job now so I can send money back to my mom and
Yeah.
ironic enough, some money to my friends in the US who ain't having a time. When the gusanos are like, man, America, I wish Venezuela would become the 51st state.
Oh
And I'm like,
God,
man,
no. Oh no.
you see how sorry, what a sad state of affairs. At least that keeps them losing, so we don't have to deal with them people being in power again. But it's like, man, do you even know Americans at all? I'm like an expert. I
It's
done nothing but study these Jacobian apes and their deeds up there.
yeah.
Like they don't live that well. The only people I have to help like economically, like with money and stuff, are my friends in America who ain't have
Yeah.
time. Some of them homeless. Like besides my mom.
I was homeless for 2 years.
Yeah, that's
And
so common.
you know what? Going back to what you're saying before, I remember
Mm,
I was shamed late last year because I was like, I don't want to vote for Kamala Harris because she's supporting
yes.
genocide,
Uh-huh.
and I lost friends because of that. Like
Yeah.
the Democratic Party really loves shaming their own voters for not wanting to vote for
Oh,
them, as if it's not their responsibility to.
so much.
Yeah,
It's incredible because the sheep mentality is so hard. They talk about the MAGA hats. Oh, fell for it again. Yeah, man, but it's even more shameful when you fall for the Democrats' lie.
right. Yeah, exactly. It's like two competing scams.
Yeah.
Lloyd Kahn says, "Oh my God, narco terrorists. So what's the United States excuse? I can understand if Venezuela went down that road. They're at least trying to survive." Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's exactly what Venezuela is being accused of. Really, they're being accused of surviving the all the tactics of the United States trying to subdue them,
And
and
many
that's
times
why they're
that's
hated
just
so much.
lawfare.
Yeah,
Many times that's just lawfare because stuff it's illegal only because you declare it to be so. And who knows if you even have the
that's what law is. Law is just people deciding what's okay to do and what's not okay to
yeah.
do.
But there's like some consensus among what's supposed to be like with the UN, right? Like a bunch of rules that nobody follows. And again, it's because the US owns all that. And these laws that the United States is saying that we are violating by shipping oil
Yeah.
across the world. Like, man, whatever happened to freedom of trade and free market? I keep telling people like Americans are not like really free market like that.
Oh
Even
no.
less now that Trump's gone all protection is like they what myth of the shiny house on the hill, what Reaganite kind of bullshit
Mhm.
meme 50s household in the suburbs are we even trying to sell anymore? What does even the only thing that is really making a comeback is misogyny,
Yeah.
anti-intellectualism, racism, and yeah, whatever RFK is doing up there and the other bunch. Because
Yeah.
never,
Exactly.
yeah, doing pull-ups in front of the cameras badly. I never seen that before. Like, damn, the alpha males, the these guys, their side gig is gonna become after this making like an alpha male YouTube channel, some
Yeah.
minoxidil recipes with cool graphics with bombs,
And then they
something
turn to,
like that.
yeah, and they'll broadcast and tell you how gay it is to be with women.
Yeah, yeah, that's been making rounds now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, well, I cannot keep up. I literally cannot keep up. But that's why it's a business for them. They're not
Yeah.
gonna have the same motivation, the same kind of. They're not gonna do the thing that people like Chavez or Fidel or
Hmm.
because those are real people and these are just actors and clowns and used car salesmen. Trump's
Yeah.
especially Trump is like the last the tantrum of an empire in decline, and it's so
Yes.
poetic. It's so
Yeah.
poetic, like because it's nothing new, nothing but that. Just like the ugly wah, wah, crying face of an empire that is crumbling, and now it's making his lackeys do their job for him in Europe. Like, you Europeans, you gotta up your spending in NATO so you can take care of the Ukraine thing while I
Yeah.
go and mess up with Russia and countries in Asia and Latin America, okay? Because
Yeah.
people are acting up. I used to be so almighty powerful. Now people are talking back to me. Hurt my feet. This snowflake administration, really
Yes,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. I think Trump is very indicative of all the problems the United States has always had, just wrapped up into one person. Like he is the perfect president for for a crumbling empire, especially how he's speed running it with all his stupid policies. But
The
what
way
I
some people are like, he's such an accelerationist. Yeah, you never know. You never
he
know.
kind of is. But what I will ultimately say is that I support Venezuela against United States in a war
What?
because I support you. I'm on the side of Venezuela here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I hope hope whatever the U.S. does, I hope it becomes another Vietnam and they lose horribly.
It would become so. That's why I don't think that's gonna happen, because they're already bogged down in Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly. They
And
they
that's not.
spend so much time, so much money, so much capital in that pointless proxy war.
Yeah, and Trump is like just posing and trying to buy time. He threatened Venezuela with an airstrike again today. Like, boy,
Yeah.
where people are sleeping, people went back home to watch their telenovela, because you've been saying this for a while, and we're prepared. We didn't even need to run to our posts or anything, because we've been preparing for the last 20 something years. We know who you are. Chavez knew who you are.
Yep.
That's why we got in touch with the Ruskies and the Chinese and the Iranians, because it's not gonna happen again, man. We are Venezuelans, you know.
Hmm.
Again, the kind of people we are. We fought inside of our own country to make it a nation state, a stable thing, and that wasn't easy. And we just managed to do that now for the first time in our history.
Hmm.
Last time we did that was when we were still fighting the Spanish Empire.
Yeah.
And we weren't content with kicking them out of Venezuela. We had to kick them out what would become Colombia and Ecuador and Peru and Bolivia. Like, what else do you need? We're so well armed. We have enough people. Like Chavez would say, we have enough mountains here. We have enough jungles here. We have enough islands here. And we have enough people here. And we have enough balls here. Yeah, yeah. After that, it's like you cannot refool us. You cannot, um, the brainwashing doesn't work once we know
Yeah.
what's for real.
From what I
What
heard, Venezuela has a good working relationship with its fellow countries. Is that true? Like a
working?
like a friendly relationship.
Oh yeah, like the maritime stuff is real bad because ports and water and all that. That is gonna hit the economy, which again it has divested from the old ways of enriching the country. That I'm actually amazed that Maduro is able to keep it afloat.
Hmm.
But what I can see is that we still have those huge borders with Colombia and Brazil. It wouldn't surprise me that whatever. Are they gonna blockade Colombia too? What if we make a deal with Colombia so that they
Yeah.
can, you know, could import things through their ports and get them through land to us? So everything America does only isolates them more and
Yeah.
brings everyone else together.
I think the problem
So,
is that the United States sees every country as a competitor,
of
and that's
course,
the problem. We should be viewing the rest of the world as cooperators. We should be cooperating with the world. We should be collaborating. We shouldn't be competing. I think competition in this respect is so unnatural because
yeah,
the United States has to like stick its nose in everyone's business because they're a potential competitor. We need to get rid of this competitive mindset and start working with each other, not
yeah,
against one another.
especially when you know that some countries are gonna have an edge over others. You know um who does like the same thing that America does, like commercially, the basics, right? The
Hmm.
basics. That's China, and China isn't doing what it does so that they can beat the United States, really. That's just how it works. China is a bigger country with a bigger population,
Hmm.
with a bunch of other countries around it. Like
Yeah, at least
America is
China's
a
out there
very,
helping people.
yeah, like they don't need to do what America does.
Yeah,
But
the American model is dying very fast.
yeah, so when they say like, yeah, China is the most capitalist country in the world, yeah, like how? And why doesn't the United States then copy what the Chinese do? Like making
Exactly. If China's so
a planned economy, or owning the land or the banks, or yeah,
Yeah,
no, because
exactly.
that's
If China is such a capitalist country,
yeah.
then why aren't we emulating them?
Yeah,
You
why aren't
know,
we beating him to it?
how
By
if they're so capitalist, how come they're building trains and high speed rails and we can't even do that?
Oh well, that's easy. I mean, that one I'm gonna set aside because remember that the United States is getting ready to like interconnect the whole country through the amazing technology that is known as the Hyperloop. So
Yes,
once
top
Elon Musk,
notch.
yeah, so once Elon Musk Hyperloop technology is done, it's gonna leave China high speed rails in the dust, like way behind for decades.
Oh my god.
But China's getting there first anyway. So if even in my crazy scenario where the Hyperloop is a thing, you're getting there too late, man. Shit's falling apart. The railways that are crumbling, like the thing that happened
Yeah.
in Ohio.
Yep.
I guess nobody cares about Ohio and stuff. Like they didn't care about Flint and Michigan and all that water that sets on fire because of the
Right.
drill thing, the fracking. So
It's very obvious that all the United States cares about is profit over people, and that is ultimately going to do them in.
yeah, like I understand capitalism and profit, but man, there gotta be like a cap on that so that stuff don't go out of control. That's why the Chinese are beating you. But it's like a safe face kind of situation again. You don't want to give an inch to the left. You don't want to make it seem like the Chinese are doing things better than you. Well,
Yeah, but at what
I feel
cost?
yeah, yeah. They made a newspaper cover said like, yeah, China is ahead in the race, but freedom is what makes genius. Wow. Okay.
It's such a
Good for
joke.
you.
It's such a sick joke that I'm living in a country that is just a sick joke.
Yeah, yeah. It's like again, my husband had to move down here, and a bunch of people are also like going places. Funnily
Yeah.
enough, like places like Vietnam, they're like, well, Vietnam has some nice healthcare. I'm gonna retire there to there. Yeah, so
Yeah, I've been poor here for a while. It's just like if I could move somewhere, I would. It's just like people get trapped in poverty in the United States, and
yeah, no,
then you have conservative people telling them, "Well, if you don't like it, move. Move with what money, bro?"
yeah. But I think the system is set up so that that's the case always. You are trapped here either way,
Yeah.
and it's bad. If only to like make become a part of the homeless population so that you can like be there to make other workers see how much worse their lives could be, or you just join the reserve army of you're just waiting for a job opening to come so that you can earn like $4 an hour if you're lucky
Hmm.
for 3 hours a day maybe. So
So we've been going on for about an hour now. Do you want to any last things you want to say about Venezuela before we close out?
not really. I think it's pretty clear with what I'm saying here. If you keep up with the news, if you follow my page, I don't see enough like Venezuelans being out there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe because I'm always talking to a Anglo speaking audience most of the time, but
Yeah.
it's like my country is not gonna budge from there. There's not really much I can do.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna make content for them too, but my problem really is here. I'm like sitting the whole country of the United States up against a wall, and
Hmm.
me sitting on a backwards chair to look like a cool teacher and be like, now listen, I need to talk to y'all. I need to. How are you so goddamn stupid, man? I am pissed. I am angry. So usually I am very nice. I'm a real patient and cute girl. So
Hmm.
I don't be too mean to Americans, especially my friends. Bunch of smart people here, but yeah, no, I try to let people see. It's just that like, what's your excuse? What's your excuse? How dumb are you? You're dumb in a way that's very unique of
Yeah.
uneducated white people that live in a bubble, especially if you're wealthy. But well, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm done.
it's not hard to learn about other people and cultures. You just have to want to try.
you kind of wanna, you just need to care. And then
Yeah,
there's the internet. Maybe because I'm autistic, and autistic people is like, here you go, kid. You're born into this world. You're autistic. You wanna learn. And now there's the internet. Go and learn about the world. And it's like, wow, yeah, shit sucks. And it's mainly because of capitalism. And the United States is currently like the biggest capitalist nation,
yeah.
and has done all that it has done because of that very same reason. It's not hard to figure it out. It's not
I
that hard.
Yeah, I think the rest of the world is waking up to the fact that capitalism as a model is
Yes.
failing people,
Yes.
and we just need more people to wake up inside the empire. I think, and
Little by
stop
little,
and
it's
stop.
happening. It's
Yeah,
already happening.
it's already happening, and we need more people to realize that neither capitalist party is going to be our savior. Because if you're
Mm,
voting between one or two capitalist parties, you're going to get more capitalism, which is the problem.
yep. It just
Um,
becomes a race to the bottom,
it is a race to the bottom.
and the bottom
Exactly.
is like total nuclear annihilation. So yeah, quite is like socialism or barbarism or nuclear barbarism.
Yeah. I think capitalism is definitely the purveyor of much barbarism in the modern day.
Much what?
They are very barbaric, the
Yep,
capitalists.
yep. Both that system set up to reward the most barbaric ones. Like,
Yeah.
the more barbaric you can get, the less scruples you have, the more
Yeah.
you're willing to do. Yeah,
I
like the
feel I
Belgians
Yeah,
in
I
Congo.
feel like the sociopaths are the most rewarded in America.
Yeah, yeah. We have the 2008 meltdown thing, American Psycho, The Big Short. Like, yeah, we can, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't, the correlation is not causation kind of thing,
Hmm.
but no, yeah, it is causation. It's just bound to happen. You just set up a whole society to function that way, so that's what you get.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on today.
No problem at all. That's the perks of being unemployed. Anytime, I'll be around.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I want to try to make this more of like a regular, at least maybe like a weekly thing.
Yeah, we kind
Um,
of didn't make a bunch of hooing and tooing about, hey, we doing this today and stuff, but hey, we got one episode out of the
yeah, thank
good.
you for everybody who watched and commented. I love you all.
Yeah, thank you, Lloyd. Hi, Lloyd. How you doing? Thank you for your input.
Yeah, we love Lloyd. We're big Lloyd stands here.
Yep,
Anyway, we've been going on for about an hour and 10 minutes. I think we had a pretty good talk.
yep.
Um,
Agree.
and I will see you all on the next episode of Dystopia Now. Hopefully, by the next time I decide to upload an episode or stream an episode, I'll have a YouTube channel ready to go. Maybe I'll create a Facebook page for it. Um, so that'll be with this coming week. I'm gonna do those things. So that
Hell
way,
yeah.
that the next episode I record, if you want to join in, you're free to join in. If not, I have somebody in mind to have on the show. Could be all three of us. I don't know. We'll see.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Things are finally happening. Take that, Fukuyama. All right. Good talk.
Yes. Anyway, again, I love you all. Thanks for listening. I will on my page. I'll keep everybody up to date with the details of when the channel will be created, when the page will be created. I'll try to share that because I want to make this a regular thing because I don't know what else to do. You know, I don't know. I don't have any. I don't have a lot of money. In fact, right now I have none. I don't have any real other way to contribute to anything going on except to maybe bring light to some of the issues. That's why I figured Venezuela was a good first topic because a lot of Americans are very ignorant about what happens in that country. They're just told by American capitalists crime, violence, and it's just Americans don't know any better. They need more. exposure to people and places that aren't like them,
Especially Venezuela, man.
especially
Venezuelans
Venezuela.
love you so much. Venezuelans love gringo stuff so much, and they're
Yeah.
so welcoming. They can't believe it when we have like tourism there. We are not like a very touristy place like other places, and people get real excited when they have foreigners over, and they want to be like good hosts. So
Oh,
yeah, you're
nice.
you're missing out on some nice friendships there. Even if half the country is kind of silly and cringe, but there are good ones like me. So
That's
yeah,
good to know.
think about that.
All right. Thank you, Elise.
Thank you.
And
Hopefully, I'll be here again soon. We can keep yapping about these things.
yeah, I have an idea for another guest I want to have on. We're going to talk about intersectional Afro communism.
All right.
Um, so that'll be next episode. For now, everyone have a great day, night, week, whatever.
A good time.
And
Hell
this
yeah.
and this was dystopia now because it's always been.
Yep, for a while. But that's what this is called here. Thank you for joining. And yeah, keep coming because this is hey, we got it off the ground. First episode. Hooray! I
All right. That was good.
Yep. You ended the live stream already?
I just ended it.
Awesome.
Sorry,
Yeah,
too
hey,
soon.
shit just flew very naturally.